Okay, so we look at these two. The driver on the left, we would usually anticipate being a shallower angle of attack, yeah? It's a lot easier to swing a driver flatter just because of the length of the golf club in terms of the setup we've got. Okay, so both these lines in terms of setup now, the club now going up the shaft plane line, pretty good. Halfway back, we're nicely on plane. Same with the iron. We're going back a little bit on the inside there, I suppose, but up the shaft plane there, halfway back. We're in a good spot now with both these positions. We're nicely on line, okay? Up the top of the backswing, we're in a pretty good spot there. As we get to the top of the backswing here, we're in a pretty good spot there. All right, so both of these swings now are sort of on plane, underneath the green line, okay, in a good spot. This left-hand one, so I say with the driver now, the first move now we get where the hands start pulling down, that club now tips and actually gets quite steep and never really gets back under plane at any point as we come back down. So there, it's a little bit above that green line. Then about now, we're maybe getting into it, but the hands are so far away from the body here at this point. If you look kind of, if I go back a frame or two here, and then we get to that one there, look how that club shaft is up there. You look at the difference in these irons, having done that kind of drill where we drop, and move around gradually. I don't think you had it in this now. So up there now, and now the arms drop here. So the arms are the same position, sort of chest high. That club now is nicely sort of through the cones in a really good spot. Okay, it's gone back a bit too far there. There, okay. So the club now we can see nicely sort of on line, hand in front of your chest. And as you start working things down now, the arms on this left-hand one just start getting further from the body there, where this one now, it's a totally different position, yeah? I mean, that's just outside, as you say, you're very sort of, you felt the club was outside or shut. Mm-hmm. Tick, you correct me both, yeah? But they're outside, and because it was outside, it will be shut, because it's shut, it's kind of work on the outside there. So it's kind of like both causing each other. This one here now, the club coming nicely working underneath there now. Great strike of the ball. Your left arm now kind of looks like it knows what to do a bit more, so you can swing to the follow through. Again, really good strike on that one there now, okay? This one here now, again, rolling those hands over, okay? Not under as much control. Elbow sort of sticking out a little bit, and that ball left going a bit left and or high, and just generally drivers kind of that way or that way, yeah? And then I think you're trying to sort of fix that by just not really wanting to move, yeah? So up the top of the backswing, down a bit more as you turn, down a bit more as you turn back, and then when you get that club, just getting that sensation, everything's working lower and shallower. And I think it kind of almost stems back to, you said, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, you said, I was doing that Noren drug on a really good spot. In the past, we've been known you got a bit underneath too much, and then you've tipped over too much, and it's just getting that swing on a balance. And I think identifying when you get these kind of like a sky shot with a driver is a kind of definite light bulb moment. I'm too steep. Yeah, you can't be too shallow with a driver and sky it. Yeah, so if you're skying any drivers, you're too steep. This is why I'd always suggest when you do a practice session, try and hit a combination of every club in your bag: a driver 3 or 4 times, a wood hybrid or whatever, a couple of long irons, a couple of 7 irons, a couple of wedges, and get a full feeling. If you're getting a bit too thin with your short irons, you may be a little bit too shallow and a bit too on the inside. Yeah, so at least you can kind of at least have a checklist of going, okay, right, am I too steep or am I too shallow? Because you can easy from you, because of your range of motion, and we can see your sort of flexibility, able to move quite well. You kind of tip and top from one side to the other. So depending on what you either Noren drill it, where you try and get a bit more over the top and get more on plane, or you Justin Rose drill it, where you get more underneath and stuff, get the club working shallower, yeah? Yep. So at least you're more aware, and I think, as you said, the first few shots, you get a couple of good shots, then the strike goes wrong, then it falls off the cliff, yeah? We've got to go, right, okay, when the first few shots come in that are bad, what are they? If 2 or 3 pull shots come in, try a different club. A few more pulls, try a driver. Sky shot, okay, I'm too steep. Okay? If it's a few pulls and a few hooks and stuff, try a driver and we sort of smother it. Try a wedge and we're thinning it. Oh, I'm a bit too shallow and I'm flicking my hands. Or whatever it may be. You can kind of work through things. And if you find, as I said to you, just it's not working that day, just try and make some funky shots. Just try and make some low cuts, high draws, pitch shots, chip shots, different shots throughout, rather than just keep trying to stand there hitting a 7-iron or a 3-wood or a driver, trying to hit a perfect shot when perfect's not working that day. Yeah. Okay? Cool. Does that make sense, yeah? Yes. So good, yeah. I mean, that drill is going to be a key into practice. I think, as with a lot of cases we've seen you swing, you can make quick adjustments and you can get it with an iron quite quick. I mean, some of those 7-irons there you hit in the start were like unreally good, yeah? I mean, like 2-yard draws right to left, landing, I got 172, like, yeah, take that all day, thank you, okay? It's just progressing that with the driver to get the arms to fall down and let the club, as I say, just fall behind you a little bit more. to get that club a bit more on plane.
Cool.
In theory, with a drive, it should be easier. It's a longer club and it wants to go back behind you, but it's so easy to tip it over the top too much. So.
Brilliant.
Okay, mate?
Thank you very much.
Very, very good, mate. No, well done. Very good.